All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect to the nation of Israel. This is gonna be a lesson going into I'm gonna call it a dream, but I don't remember seeing anything in the dream that I had, man. Right, and I wrote it on my calendar in my house after I woke up, and I wrote it on the 28th of January. All right, so I went to sleep on the 27th in the night, and then woke up on the 28th in the day. And as I was like asleep, from the moment I was asleep to when I woke up, I remember having a like dream. I guess I'm gonna call it a dream, but I don't remember seeing anything in the dream that I was having, right? And I could just hear a woman singing, man, and it was like some very like angelic kind of singing, like a type of singing that can't really say I've heard before, even though there's singers that I can compare it to, I guess, if I was to try. But it was singing that I ain't really ever heard nobody sing like that before, man. And from when I woke up, all I remember thinking is, like, I kept hearing this certain phrase in my mind, man. And the phrase that I remember hearing was the war that March made. All right, I'm gonna say it again. The phrase that I kept hearing from the song, the thing that I heard being sung was the war that March made. And I'm not gonna try and make out like this is a like prophecy that I heard and nothing like that in my mind, but there's something that very important that Israelites do that happens within March, and we already know what that is, right? There's something that's very important that Israelites do within the month of March, man, all right? And I remember hearing the war that March made, all right? And like, this was before what's happened now in Russia and between Russia and Ukraine, but obviously there was certain things happening between the two countries before I had these dreams. I'm not going to try and say that I like got no like I predicted that what was going to happen between Russia and Ukraine, because that was already happening at the time anyway. But the point still stand was that the dream that I had, the phrase that I remember hearing was the war that March made, all right? The war that March made, man. That's what I heard in the dream, and Yahweh is planning to bring war upon this earth anyway. So even if the dream's wrong, and I ain't gonna say that the dream's wrong, because March is a spiritual month for Israelites anyway, regardless of whether I had a dream or not, or whether I heard what I heard. Because in March we have a very spiritual day that happens for us Israelites in March, man. It's a very spiritual time that us Israelites go through in the month of March, right? And yeah, Apostle Tahar named this, like, got a spiritual message or whatever I want to call you want to call it, to call this year the year of hastening, if I'm not mistaken, the year of hastening of the coming of our Lord, man. All right, and I'm just gonna talk about Salakia, about how Yahweh is bringing war to this world anyway. Like in Isaiah either 6 and 9 or 9 and 5, it says for every warrior of the battle is with garments rolled in blood and confused noise, but this shall be with burning. This shall be with burning and fuel of fire. And that's what Yahweh is getting ready to do. Like when Russia did what they did over in Ukraine, that was with burning and fuel of fire, man. That's with burning and fuel of fire. And what's getting ready to happen in the world in general is going to be with burning and fuel and fire. You're going to obviously see people on the ground, but the main thing that's getting ready to happen is going to be with things that can cause fire, man. When you go to Malachi 4 and 1, it says, "Behold, the days come that shall burn as an oven." There's a day that's coming up on this earth that's going to burn as an oven, and that's ultimately going to be when ICBMs are shot all over the earth, with the main target being America, which is Babylon the Great in the scriptures. But the main target is going to be America, man. That's the place that's going to be destroyed off the face of the earth. Revelation, the 18th chapter. The book of Revelation, the 18th chapter, speaks on this. It speaks on a place that is going to be destroyed and isn't going to be able to be inhabited by anything but like desert dwelling type of creatures, man. And it doesn't explain it in that way. It explains it in a different way, but that's just me roughly paraphrasing it, man. Like Yahweh is getting ready to bring a lot of evil to this earth in order to get rid of the wickedness, to bring in righteousness, man. He's going to use evil to purge out evil. He's going to use Satan to cast out Satan, and that's what we're seeing right now on the earth with this Ukraine and Russia thing, and also on this Ukraine and Russia thing, right? It shows that these people in this world are hypocrites, man. Because if you see two Jakes, right, having a little knife war in the city centre, everyone will be kicking up a fuss, complaining about that, right? Just trying to apply it to race. But when some Edomites are going against another Edomite and causing people to like flee from their homes and all of this stuff, nobody ain't got nothing to say. Then when buildings are getting destroyed, architecture is being torn down and all of this stuff, people ain't got nothing to say to apply it to race then. And that just shows that these people are hypocrites, man. And because of it, thanks to the internet, these hypocrites are able to get exposed on a daily basis, man. There'll literally be a news article about some Israelite doing something, and you'll have everyone kicking up a fuss. And then there'll be an Edomite that might do exactly the same thing, and it will be crickets from their end. They won't have nothing to say to try and apply it to race then. And Yahweh's exposing all you Edomites, man. And when this war happens, right, when this World War III happens, man, which is coming, you people are going to find out, man. You people are going to find out that your society is coming to an abrupt end. Your society is coming to an abrupt end, man. And also, I want to say that Yahweh is getting ready to bring famines upon this earth as well. There's a lot of things that's coming. 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. Woe unto the world, and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. For one people that stand to fight against another, with swords in their hand. A man shall desire to go into his city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and men shall be afraid. That's what Yahweh is getting ready to bring, man. People are going to be wanting to go to one place and not going to be able to go to that place because things are happening there that are causing problems. There's many things that Yahweh is getting ready to show this earth, man. And over there in America, when the nukes do get shot off in that place, and that's the target of them nukes, all the men of the elect, all the men that believe in Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai, they ain't going to be worried, man. They might be worried. I want to say they're not going to be worried. They're going to be protected. Because Yahweh Shai is going to show himself in that time. And so are the angels going to show themselves in that time. And people are going to see some things that they never thought ever could have existed ever in their lives, man. And I was watching that movie, Independence Day. I still need to actually finish watching it. I might watch it after I finish doing this video. The movie Independence Day, and there's the scene where the big chariot comes through the clouds, man. It just enters through the clouds. And once that chariot's above you, you couldn't even have seen where it began and where it started, man. You couldn't see the front or the end of that. Just like how in, I think it's 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, where Esdras was having a dream about the chariot that he saw, and he said he would have saw where it began or where it finished, but he could not. And and compared it to like a big mountain, man. Like, these people on this earth don't understand what's coming, man. And the ultimate way to protect yourself from what's coming on this earth, if you're a person that's like just hearing about this now, is don't take that mark that's getting ready to be put on people, man. Put inside of people. Don't take it, because once you take that, you're a target of those ICBMs that are going to be shut off. Once you take that, you're not going to be protected from that second death. Once you've took that, those are the people that are going to be the people that are going to suffer the most from this World War III. Those people that have been marked, because once you get that mark, you're basically accepting that you're going to be diving in them flames, man. You've basically accepted that you're going to be a part of it. Now, you might not believe it, but you are going to be in that. So, like, you are going to be in that if you take it. And that's the ultimate way to know if you've got some faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai, man. There's other things that people are doing right now to show that they've got faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai. There's things that we've did. We've stopped eating pork. We've stopped having shape-ups. We've grown a beard on our face. We've changed our diet. We've changed some of our moral code, right? There's certain things that we might have did in the past that we don't do now, right? We read the scriptures. We make videos and all these things, but all of these things are going to be counted as nothing if on that day where the RFID chip gets made mandatory if you take it. Because that means that really you wasn't one of his. That means that really you was just a person that was used to push out the word, but when it came time to really show the true faith, you didn't have any. I end the lesson there, man. Like the overall point, well, there's many points to the lesson, man. The dream I had, what I heard being said in that dream, which I didn't see anything. It was just I heard singing, man, and the voice was saying the war that March made, and then also if you take the MOTB, the mark of the B, right, the mark of the BEAST, then you're gonna be a person that's gonna be in those flames. You're gonna be allowed to be in those flames, man. So don't take it. When it gets offered to you, don't take it and choose death. The scriptures speak on choosing death rather than life when it comes to that kind of thing. In Revelation, the 20th chapter, there's going to be people that are going to be beheaded rather than take that. And that's why ultimately, ultimately, we have to pray for a strong spirit to be able to have that kind of mindset when that gets offered to us, man. Have a strong enough mindset to refuse to take that. And Salakia, for me not using many scriptures, man, but I've quoted certain things here, and just don't take it, man. Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakak Wadash, and Shalom to the nation of Israel. Shalom.